Morning, folks. Welcome back to the TNT show. Today, we are recapping week 4 of college football, and we're going to predict week 5, which will start up in about 2 hours.
Yeah, last week not a whole lot of. There were a couple decent games. Auburn, Oklahoma was a pretty good game. A lot of, probably missed calls, bad calls in that game. Florida, Miami. Obviously, Florida still looks terrible. Um, the game that happened last night, I guess technically kind of week 5, but Florida State got beat by Virginia. Missouri beat South Carolina. That's about it. It really wasn't no big games, to be honest. Aside from outside the top 25.
Yeah, I know we said in that last episode, week 4 wasn't going to be a ton of marquee matchups. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
the
from
Auburn,
the,
the Auburn Oklahoma game. For my personal opinion, I think Auburn got definitely the short end of the stick on the bad calls, the refs, and you just hate to see that because it's just one of them things that the refs just control everything.
I'm probably going to sound bad for saying this, but I could care less. I'm a Bama fan, so I'm glad Auburn lost. I'm glad.
So it's just and Oklahoma's quarterback's out for he's hurt, so he's having surgery or had it, is having it or already had it. So that pretty
Yeah.
much there went his Heisman moment because he was probably on the verge of, unless Oklahoma just had a bad season, he was probably on the verge of taking it.
Yeah, I mean, he was the favorite. Not
And
anymore.
now he's hurt. I don't know what Oklahoma's going to look like without him. They said he was going to be out a month. So
What, 4 games?
maybe they can win some games without him. I don't know. Um, Florida, Miami. Obviously, Florida still sucks. They only scored 7 points. Got dominated again by Miami. I don't know what you do if you're Florida. I don't know. I think they got a bye week this week, so maybe they can figure some stuff out, or
Yeah, they
they
need
need
to
they need a break, I guess.
they need to get a clear offensive plan together.
Yeah, whether that's with Lagway or without him. I mean, you got to figure something out. Um, who else played? South Carolina, Missouri, South Carolina again. They lost 2 in a row.
Yeah,
So
so
their season's pretty much a wrap.
is Sellers still QB1?
Yeah, he played.
No, I meant like because everybody was hyping him up like he's QB1 in the upcoming NFL draft. Like, I mean, he lost 2 games in a row.
Oh, I don't know. They change that every week. Now it's the quarterback. Now it's that Mendoza guy. That changes. That changes like every week. Who's going to be the number one pick in the draft? It changes every week. So it's way too early to talk about that. Like
Honestly, it
who's
is.
going to be the number one quarterback? You don't even know.
But everything's tied to odds nowadays. They have odds on everything.
Yeah, yeah. Because Mendoza from Indiana is favored to win the Heisman now. So,
Bro, don't do that.
so, but yeah, that was basically there really wasn't a whole lot going on in week 4. So let's just jump to week 5 so we can talk. We can spend most of our time here. We'll start off Auburn, Texas A&M. We'll save our teams for last. Auburn, Texas A&M, 2:30. Who you
Mm, see, I've been real upset minded these last couple of weeks. So I think I'm gonna roll. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna roll Auburn on the upset.
got? That's a big game for Auburn too. You've already lost once to an SEC opponent, so if you get beat again, you're out of the conference play championship wise because you've already lost to Oklahoma, and if you lose to A&M, you're pretty much done.
True.
The only thing is Texas A&M has a good defense. Auburn's Jackson Arnold got sacked. I think they said 10 times last week from Oklahoma.
Yeah, they're gonna be ready to tee off on him.
So I'm not entirely sold on Marcel Reed. Auburn's got a good defense. I just don't know if they're going to. I'm going to pick Auburn too. I think Auburn can pull it together. They're coming. The only thing I'm a little worried about, they're coming off a heartbreaking loss to Oklahoma. So you're just hoping that their head's still in it.
Yeah, I mean they still got the whole season in front of them, so I think they'll come out with a purpose in this game.
Illinois, USC. Illinois just got clobbered by Indiana.
Yeah, now I would be concerned for them because they did just get below. They were a top 10 team. They just got blowed out by like 50. So they definitely need a bounce back game, but I think I'm taking USC. Their offense has been electric through the first 4 weeks. But again, they haven't really played a lot of top talent. So now you're, conference play. Let's see what you can do.
Notre Dame, Arkansas, 11 o'clock. That should be a pretty good game. I mean, Arkansas obviously can score some points. I mean, they scored 30 on Ole Miss.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Arkansas in this game just because their offense has looked pretty good. Like you said, they're actually scoring points. Yeah, I mean, I think, again, this is a big game for them because even though they're not a highly ranked team, they're still a ranked team. And that's a ranked win on your resume.
Arkansas is not. Oh, you're talking about
Notre Dame, yeah. Even though they're 1-2, somehow they're still ranked.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Notre Dame. Arkansas, I don't think they're gonna have enough. I don't think that I just don't think they're gonna have enough to beat them.
Notre Dame's gonna have enough to win the game.
Yeah, because Arkansas also gave up 45 or 40 something to
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. So I mean,
yeah, but I don't think
Notre Dame's got got the best running back in the nation according to some people. Jeremiah Love. They're cool. I mean, they're going to be. I mean, I think Notre Dame's got a good defense too. So I think Notre Dame will win. It's Arkansas. They just usually find ways to lose. I'm gonna roll Notre Dame. One that I seen that was on upset alert was Ohio State and Washington. I don't know much
really
about
believe
Washington, so I mean they're only favored by 7. They're only favored by a score.
I ain't really heard a lot about Washington either. Not really paid a lot of attention to them, but this could definitely open a lot of people's eyes to Washington if they get this upset against the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, for sure. Indiana and Iowa. Iowa doesn't really play a whole lot of offense, but they got a good defense. So I'm gonna roll Ohio State. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And I just don't. Like I said, I don't know much about Washington. They were talking on game day that they have an electric offense, but I mean, so does Ohio State. So,
yeah, I'm gonna roll Washington on the upset here.
2 more games: Tennessee, Mississippi State. Mississippi State's undefeated, 4-0. They hadn't really played anybody.
This is another upset where I'm taking Mississippi State on the upset. I think they'll have just enough to beat Tennessee.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Mississippi State's kind of figuring some stuff out. I mean, they haven't played anybody. Tennessee has an electric offense. I mean,
Well,
I really don't
they
know.
played Arizona. They beat a ranked Arizona State team, so they got one upset on their resume already.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a big game for them because Tennessee is still ranked in the top 15. So they're just going to have to score some points.
Yeah, because Tennessee can definitely score for sure.
So I'm going to roll Tennessee. I think they're better. No disrespect to Mississippi, but I think Tennessee's just a better team. And then we got Oregon, Penn State, where game day is, and it's a whiteout game in Nappy
Hmm.
Valley. So
You give me Oregon.
yeah, it's James Franklin. He always, for some reason, he just can't win the big games. Showed last year that they just couldn't win the big games.
Yeah, they should have been in the national championship last season, and he had his quarterback out here passing against one of the top defenses in the country.
So,
Knowing his quarterback can't pass, you know what? It's yeah. Give me
I
Oregon.
mean, yeah, all he's only thrown 4 touchdowns all year.
Now
Drew Aller.
I think it's going to be a shootout though. I think it can be a shootout because both teams can score.
So, yeah, it's at home. It's gonna be a hostile environment for the quarterback that's never seen anything like this. I'm gonna roll Penn State. Whiteout game. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be rocking. It's 6:30 night game. I'm going Penn State.
Uh,
All right, so let's talk about Alabama Georgia. 6:30 prime time in Athens. What's gonna happen?
um, I think what's going to happen is a great game of football. Uh, Either team can come out on top, whether it's a blowout or a close game. You're winning by a field goal. I think either team can win. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it's like we talked about. This is where you want to see, obviously, Alabama getting better because Florida State got beat last night, so they looked kind of suspect. Florida State did.
yeah. I mean, but again, too, you got to think that that Florida State loss was a home game for Florida State, and as you see, they played a game on the road against a team that they were only favored by like 7 points against. So you're right. You're right. They lost to an unranked team as a top 10 team in the country. So I think both teams need to continue to play well for that to look good for Alabama because you can't have that loss for Florida State on your resume and at the end of the season they're not even ranked in like the top 15. But before I dig too deep into that, again, like I said, this game can go either way. I personally, again, I'm just going to go ahead and say, being biased, I'm going to pick Alabama,
Oh
but
well, yeah,
I'm going to
but I
have good
mean,
reason for it, though. I have reasons behind why I'm saying that.
Jan Miller's coming back.
Tim Keenan's back.
Yeah, I mean, your key pieces on you do got some other injuries, and yeah, Georgia's defense obviously got a little exposed in the Tennessee game, but you know, you just ain't gonna line up and run it down Georgia's throat. That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they'll have to be able to pass the ball, and against the last two opponents who were inferior to a degree, a big degree. Um, I mean, Ty Simpson's looked the part of being able to pass the ball consistently, which you appreciate. But this is a game, it's primetime game, it's at Georgia. Kalen DeBoer does not have
Yeah,
the best coaching record on the road. So he's going to have to coach a heck of a game.
he
Defensively,
won
they're going
one
to have
road
to,
game. He won one road game last year.
yeah, he's going to have to, and of course it's LSU, but I'm gonna leave that where it is. But yeah, they're gonna have to call. I wouldn't even say a perfect game. Just give me close to perfect, and I think they can win.
Yeah, limit the mistakes. Like you said, you got like we talked about. I know you just ain't gonna line up running down their throat, but
You don't even have to run it down their throat. Just be able to run the ball effectively. Like on first down, if you're running, we need at least 3 yards.
yeah, you got to run the ball.
Yeah,
And their defense is stopping Georgia from running the ball.
exactly. I mean, if you look at Gunnar Stockton, hasn't passed for a ton of yards, hasn't passed for a ton of touchdowns. What he's done well though is create when the play breaks down. So he's getting out of that pocket. So you got to get the pressure on him, keep him in that pocket, and make Georgia play behind the sticks. Get him off the field on third down. Two of the biggest things.
Yeah, because Georgia's got a monster back there, running back. He's like 6'3", 240, 250 pounds. He's a monster.
So
Um, yeah, I mean, like you said, I think the game's going to go either way. It's and my only concern is they got to go to Athens. Can Ty Simpson? It's going to be a hostile. I mean, Georgia's probably one of the toughest places to play in the SEC.
oh yeah, no doubt.
It's going to be rocking. Can Ty Simpson? You know, Alabama has been struggling with penalties, and they had a bunch of penalties in the Florida State game. Staying disciplined. I think I'm going to have to roll Georgia here. It's the road. It's on the road. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close, but I don't know. Based on what I've seen, I mean Tennessee had them down and out, and Georgia came back and beat
Yeah.
them. I don't know. I haven't really seen enough. We hadn't seen Alabama play anybody since they got beat. Wisconsin and UL Monroe just don't count.
If you can if you're Bama and you can get them on the ropes like that, you gotta throw that knockout punch.
Yeah,
And
you
you
got to
gotta
keep
keep
your
them
foot on
down.
the gas.
Yeah. Because we saw last year. I mean, again, that was a home game for Bama, though. That was the biggest difference. They went up 28-0, blew the 28-point lead, and still came out with a win. So I think if you're Bama, you know what you can do against Georgia to be effective. You have last year's film. Use that to your advantage. See what you like, see what you don't like, see how you blew the 28-point lead, and
I
use
think if
that.
you're Alabama, you got to stop the run, and you've got to force Connor Stockton to beat you throwing the ball.
Yeah. Now on the other side, if you're Georgia, all you really just get pressure on Ty Simpson. That's all you
Yeah,
really got to do.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
So
mobile, but he's not like a big time athlete. So yeah, get the pressure on him. I mean, same thing. Stop the run. Bama's gonna be
yeah.
looking to run the ball because the talk is they can't run the ball well, which is honestly true so far in the first 3 weeks.
So, like you said, that'll probably be aside from Oregon, Penn State, LSU, Ole Miss, and the SEC. That's one of the biggest games of the year.
Yeah,
So we got Ole Miss, LSU. This is I don't want to say a trap game for LSU because obviously this is a big game for both schools. The news came out about Nussmeier being hurt and so on and so forth, and I don't like that because that just seems like when somebody's struggling or something's wrong, they're always hurt. Is it true? I don't know, but you could tell something's wrong. But
yeah.
anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. Obviously, I'm picking LSU. I mean, there's no way I wouldn't. We
I got Ole
haven't given
Miss.
up. We haven't given up more than 10 points all year. Nobody has scored more than 10.
Yeah, but same conversation is, I mean, you play the Clemson team that is 1-3 right now.
Yeah, same for Florida.
Florida, they just suck. They can't even score points. So it's not no surprise that they only scored 10. But again, I give credit where credit is due. The defense has played well. The defense, y'all aren't just, you know, winning this game by the seat of your pants. Your defense is actually like clamping up. So, um,
I think this is going to be a big challenge. I mean, Chambliss or however you pronounce his name, he can pretty much do it all. I mean, obviously he can run, he can throw. I don't know. I'm not really worried about our defense. Ole Miss is going to score. Are they going to score more than 10? Probably. I just hope offensively we've been struggling.
I'll
Southeast
say this.
Louisiana doesn't count. That don't count. You should have scored 60 on them.
I'll say this. While they have struggled on offense, again, the beauty of that is you have a defense to lean on. How much can you lean on them? Well, you look at that Clemson game. Their offense absolutely struggled. They lean on the defense and they got a
Hey,
one
look at
possession win.
Florida. He threw 5 interceptions and we didn't do anything. But the defense just lean on
So against Ole Miss, though, they're just gonna. I think if they can stop Chambliss from running the ball,
You got to
they
force
can.
him to
And
throw it.
yeah, force him to throw it and actually beat you throwing it. And I think they're okay.
I think obviously this is our biggest challenge so far. You know, the mobile quarterback's a little scary because obviously last year we got picked apart by them. So obviously the defense got a lot better. I think we're gonna have, like you said, put pressure on him.
Yep.
Same goes for Ole Miss. You have to pressure Nuss because he ain't running anywhere. He ain't going nowhere. So I just I think this is either I think this is going to be. It's like I said. I'm not going to change my mind. I think this is going to be the game that puts LSU and Nussmeier back in this conversation. I think he is going to come out and light it up.
I mean,
He
he
needs
definitely
to.
could. I think he could though, because if you look at Ole Miss, they gave up like 30 something to Arkansas. Y'all should be able to score on Ole
30.
Miss's defense. And if you
Yeah.
don't, then if
Then
you
we need to
don't
be
and you
concerned.
win, if you don't and you win, there is a cause for concern because your offense is still struggling. Now, if you don't and you lose, then again, there's even more of a cause for concern because your offense is either way, it's a cause for concern because the offense is still struggling.
Yeah. And they say a lot of that's due to his whatever injury he's got in his torso. But again, if that's the case, why is he out here playing? Is
Oh,
it the
y'all's
money
best
that you
option.
gave him, or I mean, if that's
Speaking
our
of
best
money,
option, but
a little off topic. Speaking of money, I was watching the Oregon State and who they play last night? Houston. I was watching the
oh
Oregon
yeah,
State and
Houston.
Houston game. They said they gave Malik Murphy $1.5 million to come
Oh,
over
the guy
there.
from Texas, yeah.
Yeah, because he was at Duke last season, and apparently Duke like moved on from him because they went and got that guy from Tulane to transfer over there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he had some offers from some SEC schools, and this man goes to Oregon State for 1.5 mil. Now I'm not gonna lie, 1.5 mil is still a ton of money, but they're 0-5. But that's just I just had to throw that in there real quick because you got paid 1.5 million to come and be winless on a winless team instead of going and competing for somebody halfway decent.
Yeah, it don't always work out for you like it's supposed to, though. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think LSU is going to win. Obviously, I'm not going to pick them to lose.
Of course, it's a fan thing. I get it.
Um,
But
As long as we can score points, I think we'll win because I think our defense is better than Ole Miss's. It's like I said, Ole Miss is one of them teams that I don't want to jinx this or anything, but Ole Miss is one of them teams that they do stuff they shouldn't. They always find a way to lose and lose to teams they shouldn't. Last year is a prime example. It went down to the wire and you got beaten overtime because, you went for it on fourth down and got stunned by LSU.
Well, first off, a lot of those times that they lose games like that is because Lane Kiffin just likes to roll the dice
Yeah,
entirely
he's big.
too much,
He's big on those analytics.
which I
He's
get it.
Yeah. I mean, live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yeah,
It's one of them things. If it's a shootout, you can't kicking a field goal ain't going to do anything. Because if you can't stop them from scoring a touchdown, then it doesn't matter.
yeah, you're right.
So, but yeah, I mean that's all I got. So
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it for me too. Uh, good games today, man. It's probably one of the best weekends. This is going to be like one of the top, I'd say, top two weekends of the college football season. There's a lot of ranked matchups. There's a lot on the line for a lot of teams, even though it's this early on. I mean, a loss can almost put you out of the playoffs because some of these conferences are a little tough, especially the SEC.
yeah,
I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to sound too biased, of course, but opinion is my opinion. SEC is the best conference in college football.
I mean, well,
Um,
yeah, I mean Oregon and Penn State, all they have to do is lose this one and beat. You can lose to Penn State and Ohio State and still make the playoffs.
exactly. Penn State, a great example. Last season, they
Lost to
pretty much
Ohio
got
State and
dominated up
Oregon.
here. Lost to Ohio State and Oregon. So, man, look at Ohio State. Ohio State lost two games. They lost to Michigan, who was unranked, and lost to Oregon
Yeah.
and won the national championship. So, anything is possible. Word to Kevin Garnett. But yeah, no, that'll do it for us. If you made it this far in the video, as always, we appreciate everybody that's tuning in, listening to us, and everything. What can we ask y'all this week? Who y'all think's gonna win the Heisman? Who's your vote so far into this season?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, because I mean it's been all over the place. Changes from week to week.
Yep. Opening week it was Cade Klubnik.
Yeah, it's been different people every week. So
I tell you who's not gonna win it. Arch Manning.
no,
But
yeah, I think it opened up with him, then went to Cade, and it was just it's been all over the place.
yeah, now we got Fernando Mendoza from Cal. How we ended up there, I don't know because I don't watch Cal football because they don't play till 10 o'clock at night, and I'm in the bed sleep. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he looks pretty good.
well, okay. Well, I guess I had
I
to go check
guess
some
I
of his
don't know.
numbers
I
out.
mean, I think he doesn't play for Cal. He plays for Indiana. I mean, he's thrown 14 touchdowns in 4 weeks, so that's pretty good.
I mean, it might not have played anybody up to that point, though. We'll see what
I
they look
mean,
like because Cal's in the ACC.
he plays for Indiana.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he transferred, didn't he?
Yep, he plays
That's
for
right.
Indiana.
He plays for
They just
India. He's in the Big Ten. I don't
so
know. We'll see when they have to go play like Ohio
when they got to
State
go
or
play, yeah, because
Michigan or
they play
Oregon
Ohio
or
State
somebody.
they play Penn State and Oregon, I think.
Oh yeah, we saw how that went for them last season. This season could be a different story though. They did hang 60 on a top 10 team, so we'll see.
But yeah, that's all I got. I don't want to ramble too much.
Yeah. That's it for us in this episode, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.